it's Jen, and I'm back with another episode of my collection Disconnection series. This is a series where I show you how to take one collection and create layouts that look very different from each other, or just a variety of styles using the same collection. And so today I wanted to show you, I've been on a bit of a hand stitching kick lately. I'm using the Paige Evans plus Pink Paisley Fancy Free collection, by the way. Anyway, I've been on a bit of a hand stitching kick, and so I've hand stitched on a couple of layouts. I wasn't feeling in the mood to scrapbook, but I wanted to do something crafty, so I've been just stitching. So I've stitched on both of these layouts, and you can kind of see that this one I did 3 flowers, and it's on this background, and I think it turned out pretty cool. And then on this one I just did a bunch of hearts down the center, and I used a variety of colors that are kind of found within the kit colors for this collection. Not the kit colors, but the collection colors. And so let me just show you, I wanted to show you what I did here. So for this flower one, I just simply cut this cut file, and this is from my Scribble Flowers cut file in my shop, and I will link to that below. But I just cut it out, and then what I did was I laid it down onto my background, and then I punched holes all around it, around the shape, and then I used a variety of thread colors. Well, I used 4 thread colors to get the look that I wanted. So I just laid it down in 3 spots and traced it with my little pokey tool that I have here. This is super old from making memories, but you could use even just a needle or anything like that to poke your holes with. And then I stitched it using a few different colors, and I just wanted to show you what I was thinking with this floral one is that it kind of matches the same colors in the floral pieces from the collection. And so I thought I could mix in some of the floral pieces that are found in the kit in with these large florals, and it would just be kind of a fun look. So I'm actually not going to use this paper for the layout that I'm creating today. I'm going to use the yellow one, and I have, for this one, just traced a variety of circles. Some of them are from my cut files, like this one is like a Christmas cut file that I have, and then there's this little heart here, and then the other piece that I traced is actually from the die cut pieces in the kit, so that was this one. So just traced a variety of different hearts and did the same thing, but you could definitely very easily just freehand draw some hearts and do it that way. So just wanted to kind of give you that little just show you what I had done on this, and then I am going to go ahead and get started and use this background. And I have 6 photos that I printed at 2 by 3, and I'm just going to cut these out, and I'm going to try to use all of them on this layout, and I'm going to have some on either side and have most of the embellishment down the center with these circles. So that is my plan, and I'm going to put you on fast forward so you can watch me make this layout.
So to start, I'm going to go ahead and cut apart those photos. And I'm just using my paper trimmer here. I'm going to switch to my little tiny guillotine trimmer because my paper trimmer I need to change the blade. So just using that little guillotine trimmer, and that's just one that I got from my local office supply store, and it's by Swingline, and it's okay. It's pretty good. I didn't correctly judge the amount of space to leave on these photos on some of them, but I don't care. I'm just going to leave it. So some of them have a smaller white border on one side, but I did think that the white border was important because I don't use colored backgrounds very often, and so I really wanted the photos to stand out on this one, and so I wanted the white border for sure. So I'm just going to kind of arrange these. I have 2 vertical and 4 horizontal, so I'm going to put 1 vertical on either side, and I end up making it so that they're on the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to spread them out because my plan is to write some like a caption under each one, and then I'm going to, once I've got them kind of where I want them, I'm just going to start pulling embellishments and I'm going to match the colors. So you can see that I have like a pink heart and then a red heart and then teal, aqua, light pink, and then yellow. And so I'm just using those same colors found in the embellishments to kind of embellish this by color. And I think that's a great way to use a kit like this that has a lot of color, is to do a layout, kind of a rainbow layout, where you match the embellishments to the by color and group them together. I think it's just a fun impact. And I also find that this way you can use elements that you might not normally use because you're just doing things by color. So it doesn't really matter if it's exactly fits the theme or anything. I like it when it does, but you'll see here I'm going to use this little potted plant, and it doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but I'm going to use it because it's yellow and I think it turns out really cute. So if you're wondering a way that you can use some of those embellishments or those die cuts that are harder to use, that's a great way to do it. I also just want to mention here that I have a class with Irit Landgraf called Die Cut Diversity, where we talk about lots of different ways to use your die cuts, and we both share a video where we talk about how to use those die cuts that kind of end up last in your stash. So just want to mention that. So I've kind of got a rough idea now of what I want to do, and so I'm just gluing down my photos, and I'm just using some double-sided adhesive. My adhesive roller ran out of adhesive, and I do have refills, but I haven't refilled it because I've actually been really enjoying using the tape. I just think there's something therapeutic about peeling the tape off and ripping it up. I don't know. I like it. I know it's annoying for some people, but it's therapeutic for me. So I'm popping some of the pieces up on foam, and then other pieces I'll just adhere directly. And so just kind of playing around with how I want those all to lay out. So that's what most of this layout is going to be, is me playing around with different embellishments and figuring out what colors I can put where, and that's really fun for me. I like finding embellishments that coordinate. So now that I have it kind of laid out, I'm going to think about my title, and I thought about using the thickers that are part of this collection and just doing the word sleepover, but I found that because I'm grouping everything by color, I didn't like the multicolor look of this font, and I didn't have enough E's anyway, so I was going to have to create one with an F because I wanted my title to be Sleepover if I used this larger font. So then I go to a font that I have in my stash, which is kind of a white vellum, and I'm going to skip through because I'm going to put this all out on some wax paper, and I decide not to do that particular font because I wanted it to stand out more. And so I found this small gray alphabet from Basic Gray. Well, it's kind of like an off black, and it really matches the black color that's on that Love You More heart die cut, and so I thought it worked really well. And I'm just going to spell out when Denver and Wesley slept over, we ... and then under each photo I will caption the thing that we did. So just kind of wanted to document this in a little bit of a fun way. And so now now that I have the title down, I'm going to go back to putting down all of my embellishment so that I know how much room I have to caption each photo. So I'm just going to adhere things, and like I mentioned, I'm going to pop some things up, I'm going to lay some things flat. I am using some of the buttons, and I'm going to thread them. I'm just using the crochet thread that I've been using on them in all of the other videos in this series. And if you're interested in those videos and you haven't seen them, you can find them under the Collection Disconnection Fancy Free playlist on my YouTube channel. And I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this word you with my Xyron sticker maker just so that you can't see it. And then this little card that I'm cutting up that says why hello there, I'm just going to use the part that says hello. I felt like I needed another red embellishment, and that is from the cut apart sheet, and I got it from the 12 by 12 paper pad. So I'm just kind of playing with these, and I'm trying to fill the space, not completely because I want the hearts to show, but kind of to just fill in the areas so there's not any awkward spaces. So that's mostly what I'm going to be taking my time doing, is playing around with the spacing and just gathering my different items to see what I can make work. So I did pull some of the things from the chipboard sheet, and including a few of the little X's. I'll pull a few more here in a minute. There's a red one, or reddish pink. And I forget completely about that little word that said you that I put adhesive on a few minutes ago. And I won't remember until the very end after I've stopped recording, but I do end up adding it. So be sure to watch for that in the close-ups at the end. But I wish I would have remembered, because I might have laid things out a little bit differently, but that's okay. So again, I'm just going to thread this button. And for buttons with 4 holes, sometimes I like to do an X on the front, and sometimes I like to just go through the 2 holes so that there are 2 lines across from each other. And that's what I do in this case. You'll see that here as I put that down. So instead of doing an X, it's just 2 little lines. And I like that look. I don't know, somehow it makes the button feel updated to me. And so I have some of the little hearts that came in the die cut package, and I thought it was a good addition because first of all, there were 3 colors. There was a blue, a pink, and a yellow. And then I wanted to add to the hearts. So my video is going to cut out here, but all I did was adhere all of that stuff down, and then I added my captions underneath each photo. Because my video stopped, I went ahead and added a whole bunch of close-up photos so that you could see. And if you want to see them even more close up, or not even more close up, but if you want to see them again, head over to my blog at CraftyJenScow.com, and I'll have these there, as well as links to all available products that I used and more information. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're enjoying this series and that you'll join me again next week for another collection disconnection. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.